All right, well, welcome everyone, all the graduates of today. I applaud you for hard work and continued resiliency to get through this program, and also to um, aspire to do more in the cybersecurity space. Today is, oh, oh, you went too fast. Okay. So congratulations to Eretmis interns. Yay. We are all here and ready to graduate. And Eretmis is a great place to learn and work. So we congratulate each and every one of you individually, as well as a group. Next slide, please. We say thank you to our partners and sponsors. Eretmis Academy, definitely Eretmis Inc., and then Diaspora Care and ADDI, the two sponsors that sponsor companies that we had the opportunity to work for. We thank you for your time and all of the mentors, as well as the stakeholders that were available for us during the time. Our internship facilitator, Dr. Adu, um, we thank you. He has lots of certifications, as you can see here on the slide, and each one, if you delve into it, you'll find out that they are very intense. And Dr. Adu knows all of this stuff. You can ask him any question, and he is there to answer. He's a former United States Army captain, and he's a member of the Forbes Technology Council. He's also the CEO of Eretmis. So, yes, his own company, and we applaud you having such a wonderful company, which is in the cybersecurity space as well. He's a founder of the Eretmis Academy, which we have learned from and will benefit from in the future. And he's a former professor at University of Maryland Global Campus and Central Texas College. So the timeline of the internship program is roughly 10 weeks, give or take 2 or so weeks. And the start of the program of the internship, they're going through the 10 weeks. You will get a chance to actually enjoy your holidays. So don't be afraid. The 10 weeks is going to be definitely a struggle in the beginning, but once you settle in with your teams, you'll be able to make it through just like we did. So hoo-hoo to the January 2025 graduates. So the project interns worked on the following areas, and I'll go through them also when we get to the couple of slides for each individual week. But using the cybersecurity frameworks, such as CIS and CIS controls version 8, the NIST CRF cybersecurity framework, and the CIS RAM, which is the risk assessment method, and many more things to help secure the IT infrastructure for the two companies which we worked on, which was Diaspora Care and ADDI. We also conducted risk assessments for the organization's security posture. And we also learned to conduct the third-party risk assessments for the vendors. And then we set up an incident response program for each of the both companies. So the internship curriculum, we'll start with week 0, which is probably going to be your easiest week. We started with the onboarding and the introduction of the cybersecurity governance, risk, and compliance. And Dr. Adu gave us an overview of the importance of cybersecurity GRC. And then we were introduced to our fabulous teams. In the beginning, we did not know each other, but now that we got to know each other as a team, we understand how fabulous we really are. We got to meet the company and the stakeholders of ADDI and Diaspora Care, which was so excited to be able to talk to the stakeholders of these companies and just engross ourselves with the CEOs. Then week one, we went to governance and policies and frameworks. So we learned how to apply policy frameworks to policies. We created policies. We actually reviewed policies, updated, and made sure the dates were correct on policies. So we got a lot of experience with working with policies and writing policies. Then we went to the risk management, which was week two. And this was a huge week. Lots of work. We identified and assessed the risk of both ADDI and of diaspora care. And we did a comprehensive risk assessment for the assigned companies. And we worked with the risk methodologies and tools such as the risk register. Gosh, it was so much that we had to do with the risk register. Very time consuming, but lots of information for us to learn. We learned how to rate the risks and just figure out how we would mitigate the risk and just putting the tools together in order for us to be able to present that to the companies and figure out how to secure their company better with the risk register was a huge ordeal for us in this internship, and we conquered it. Learned a lot and expect to use it in the future. Next slide, please. So for week three, compliance and regulatory requirements, we had a project, the compliance for compliance review with the cybersecurity regulations. And then we did workshops on laws and regulations and how these regulations apply to securing a company. So we went on to week four, where we delved into the security architecture and controls. And with this, we looked at the security controls and the effectiveness evaluations, implementing security controls, the SIS controls, and architectural best practices, and just making sure we know what is required for the industry and how that applies to each individual company. And then week five, we delve into the incident response and management. And this was another huge area where we learned a lot. We developed and refined incident response plans for diaspora care and ADDI. And then we use the strategies and simulation exercises in order to be able to get hands-on experiences with working with incidents response and knowing how to mitigate an incident once it has occurred. What were our next steps and all of the steps in incident response. So for week six, we did the security baseline of the company using the cybersecurity framework to set a baseline for diaspora care and ADDI. And then once we completed that, we moved on to week seven, which was the third-party risk management, where we assessed and managed the vendors and the partners, which diaspora care and ADDI has such a large amount of vendors that they work with. We needed to make sure that those vendor companies were also just as secure as ADDI and diaspora care. So week eight, we did a cybersecurity audit and assurance. We conducted the audits and made sure that we audited the third-party vendors like Splunk and I forget the other name of the company. Splunk and I can't remember the other name of the other company, but we went on and made sure that those company audits were completed and reviewed, did the reports for them, and made sure the assessments were provided to the company so that they know where it may be some weaknesses in within the vendors, if there were any. The workshop part was the audit principles and conducting effectiveness cybersecurity audits. And then week 9, we developed the cybersecurity awareness training, which was a lot of fun. We were able to show how innovative we can be with the cybersecurity training and helping other people in the companies to understand how important cybersecurity is and how to protect themselves at home as well when they're working from home, as well as when they're working for the company, whether or not they're on premise or if they're hybrid or if they're just online. There's security that needs to be there in each incident. And just being aware is able to protect everybody. And then week 10 is where we are now, which is job placement and assistance. And we have developed resumes and cover letters. We learned about what should go into those resumes and cover letters, how to research your company before you have your interview, and then we'll have mock interviews before we go on to any kind of interview for our job that we anticipate that we will be getting really soon. So we're excited. Next slide. So with that said, we'll move on to a message from our main sponsor, Eretmis Academy. So Eretmis Academy is a cybersecurity training institute based in New York. Eretmis Academy has trained over 3,000 students all around the globe to become cybersecurity professionals. Our catalog, of course, includes cybersecurity entry level course. Please do start there, because knowing, getting the knowledge before you get your hands on is so important. That was important for me and my team. So if you don't have any experience, please do start at the entry level course. Certification courses. So if you want to get certified in any of these courses, CSSIP, CompTIA, Security Plus, CISA, CISA Plus, and many more, it's available through Eretmis Academy. PCDI, DSS, Dr. Adu's specialty. Please do look at that training program, but it's available to you. AI governance specialist training, cloud security specialist training, cyber hands-on training, which is very helpful for when you get into the field, and then cyber job placement assistance. Eretmis Academy, these are the way to get started. You can just go to Dr. Adu's eretmisacademy.com email website and find out all the information. All the classes are there for you. You can also start by looking at Dr. Adu's YouTube videos. He has several YouTube. You can, click to subscribe. Make sure you look at all of the YouTube videos, which he gives great information. It's all free and online. And you can also be part of join the Eretmis Academy Facebook. So the important part for many of us is that we receive our certificate, because we are proud graduates of the Eretmis Academy. And this is what the certificate is going to look like. So do continue to look into your email address for this certificate with your name on it coming soon. So the January 2025 cohort for Diaspora Care is where we'll start. Yes, this is our group, Diaspora Care, and we have a Team A and Team B. Although we have a Team A and Team B, we worked together because we kind of felt like our brains together was so much more helpful. So we didn't want to split everybody up because we had so much fun together. So our team pretty much did everything together. And we're going to start with myself, who is the group leader. I totally say group leader as a wonderful opportunity, because I got a chance to work with these fabulous people who had so much experience. I'm glad that I was able to learn from them. I took joy in the fact that when we came together and we were online, on the phone, late nights, working on projects, that everyone had something to bring to the table. And then for those who may not have so much experience in one area, another person had the experience that they could provide so much information. So it was great to be able to lead a team for diaspora care that actually cared so much about the learning of everybody, and they wanted to bring all of themselves um, to the Eretmis family, number one, but also to diaspora care, to make sure that they were secure, and everybody else, like their vendors and all of the people that we worked with, were secure. So learning cybersecurity together was great. Learning our soft skills as well as the technical skills, because of course we had some people who were very technical, and we had some people who had so many soft skills that the combination just worked. It was a joyous time, a lot of late nights trying to figure out what to do, but we got there. Our communication grew from that, our presentation skills grew, and I'm just looking forward to seeing what everybody's going to do when they get out into the new cybersecurity world, because they are so prepared. Next slide. Our strategic trailblazer is definitely Carla. Carla, I'm going to give you the opportunity to say how you felt about being an intern here at Diaspora Care.
Hello, everyone. Well, I prepared a little speech, so I'll take it away. Today is a milestone. We've reached the finish line of a GRC internship that tested not just our knowledge, but our initiative, our discipline, and our determination to grow in a space that often goes unnoticed. Yet it's critical to every organization's survival. Truthfully, this wasn't the internship we all expected. Some of the structure we were promised didn't fully materialize. The mentorship, sparse. But instead of letting that stop us, we adapted. We became our own resource. We leaned on each other, shared knowledge, researched relentlessly, and pushed through the uncertainty together. We learned to navigate GRC principles with limited guidance, and that in itself is a lesson in resilience. Because in the real world of governance, risk, and compliance, you don't always get a playbook. Sometimes you have to write your own. We assessed risk with critical eyes, dove into frameworks like NIST and ISO, and understood the true weight of compliance in today's digital world. We discovered how to think like risk professionals, not just checking boxes, but asking important questions. Is this secure? Does this align with policy? What's the impact if it fails? We build that mindset ourselves, and that's something no one can take away from us. To my fellow graduates, we earned this, not because it was easy, but because we showed up when it counted. We're walking out of here not just with certificates, but with the grit and curiosity that makes GRC professionals effective in the real world. Congratulations to each of you. Our journey in this field is just beginning, and the best is yet to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Carla. Charles, would you like to go ahead? He's one of our most valuable interns, and I give it over to you, Charles.
Thank you, Patty. Maybe I will add some word to thank everyone. So, greetings, Dr. Adu, member of Eretmis Academy team and fellow student. I would like to extend my gratitude to everyone for supporting me throughout our cybersecurity GRC and internship. I am grateful to Dr. Edu for your excellent supervision and generosity sharing your knowledge and experience with us. Your guidance enabled me to acquire substantial knowledge and personal growth through this program. I also express my sincere gratitude to the Eretmis academic team for giving me this chance to join this program. The program functioned smoothly. Well, I acquired numerous practical skills. Also, I wanted to uh, give a gratitude to all my fellow students from ADDI and that's for Care Forever for being there supporting me. I know it was not easy, but thank you for everything. God bless you. Thanks.
Thank you, Charles. Brenda, are you available? Yes, I see
Yes,
her.
I am. Thank you, Patricia. So thank you so much, Dr. Edu, for this opportunity. It was a nice experience. I made new friends on my team. I learned something new every time we met on both Diaspora Care and the ADDI team. Congratulations to all of us. And I hope we still keep that communication and friendship. And the class was pretty much intense, getting off late at night, just as Patricia said. But we all hang in there and we learned a lot from you too, Dr. Edu, and we appreciate everything. And congratulations again to both the Diaspora Care and ADDI team. Thank you, Patricia.
Thank you, Brenda. Eddie was our most technical intern. And Eddie, are you available to speak?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Patricia, for a great presentation. Say good morning, everyone. And I really want to take a moment to express my sincere gratitude for the opportunity just to grow and learn alongside you all. I'd say my experience just working with the Diaspora Care team has been truly transformative. Collaborating with such passionate and skilled group not only enhanced my technical capabilities, but definitely also deepened my understanding of governance, risk, and compliance. Basically, from conducting risk assessments to engaging in policy reviews and simulation exercises, each experience has definitely contributed to building my confidence in the GRC space. I said everyone new to the industry, as someone who's really new to the industry, I initially had doubts about where I might fit in, but through obviously the support and mentorship and collaborative spirit of our team, I now feel pretty empowered and prepared to embrace greater responsibilities in cybersecurity compliance. The trust, togetherness we built as a team definitely made this journey not just educational, but genuinely rewarding. And I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to Dr. Edu, the Eretmis family, the leadership at the Care, and my fellow interns, fostering such a supportive and empowering environment. I'm proud of you all that we've accomplished this together and definitely excited for the road ahead. Thank you again.
Thank you, Eddie. Henrietta is not available today because she's driving. So she is the most active intern, and Henrietta is very thoughtful and strategic and cybersecurity professional. She is definitely she actually added to our team with lots of areas where we would be going through all of our processes, and she would say, wait a minute, I need to stop and we need to go back and talk about this because we're missing some things. So we really like that each individual of our team had something to bring. And that's one thing that I remember so well with Henrietta, where we would be flying through and, halfway through and she'd say, wait, we missed something. So thank you to Henrietta. And I'm sure she also got a lot out of working with diaspora care as well. Next up is Innocent. Innocent started, but he did not get a chance to finish because he had some travel to do. So he's definitely a strong start with the technical information, and he provided part of one of our presentations where he gave us so much technical information to incorporate into our presentation. So we thank him for a strong start as well. Now we'll turn it over to ADDI the ADDI, so that we can go through their group. And they have a team A, and their group leader is Leslie. Would you like to say something, Leslie? Is Leslie on today? I don't see Leslie on. Would anyone like to? Well, I'll just read through her slide here, if that's okay with the group. The GRC internship led by Dr. Du offered a strong foundation in policy development, cybersecurity framework, through the hands-on project and expert mentorship. Interns gained practical skills and confidence to succeed in any GRC role. As a current practitioner, it was a privilege to lead 2 teams through this program. The cohort's dedication combined with structured guidance made for an impactful learning experience for both the interns and herself. Beyond the technical world, the program sharpened executive communication and soft skills, which are key for today's risk landscape. Eretmis Academy has Eretmis Academy has created a standout program that bridges theory with practice. Well done to the entire team. I just want to note that there needs to be a correction in Eretmis. It's ERE, ERET. Okay. So let's see. The assistant group leader of ADDI was Emmanuel Andoa. Is Emmanuel here today? Well, I would like to see. I do not, Emmanuel. I don't see him on the list. So I will, no, that's Emmanuel. I'll go ahead and read through him. Emmanuel says he's an incredibly grateful for the opportunity to do his internship with Eretmis Academy, where he developed valuable skills in risk assessment and third-party risk management while working on real projects. The support and guidance for the team made his experience not only rewarding, but also helpful in building confidence in his abilities. He cherishes the connections he made with talented individuals and the constructive feedback that contributed to his personal growth. So team A for ADDI. The team A leader is Rachel Amable. Are you here? I see Rachel. Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Patricia. Thank you so much. So the GRC internship at Eretmis Academy honestly went above and beyond what I expected. Not only did I learn a lot of technical skills around governance, risk, and compliance, but I also got to practice and develop my soft skills in a setting that felt very close to a real-world cybersecurity environment. It really gave me a taste of what it's like to work in the cybersecurity field. I also had the great privilege of leading Team A as the team lead. And I just want to say how proud I am of what we accomplished together. To my amazing team members, thank you. You were dependable, hardworking, and truly a joy to work with. We definitely faced some challenges along the way. Many of us were balancing full-time jobs, family commitments, and everything in between. But we still came together and supported one another and got the work done. Everyone showed up and played their part. No matter what came our way, we pulled through as a team. I'm really grateful, not just for the success we had, but for the friendship and the lessons I learned from each one of you, and including Team B as well, the whole ADDI team. So thank you, Team A. You made this experience unforgettable. And finally, I would say that what stood out to me the most was how professionally the program was run. Dr. Emmanuel Edu is such a dynamic and inspiring leader. He's not just a great instructor, but also a fantastic mentor and coach. I'm genuinely grateful I chose Eretmis for this experience. And honestly, I would choose it again in a heartbeat. Thank you.
Thank you, Rachel. The assistant team leader, Team A member is Nina Harley. Is Nina here? You would like to say something? I don't see, no, I see Nina. I don't see Nina, so I will go ahead and read through her slide. I want to extend she wants to extend her deepest gratitude. This experience has been invaluable, and she truly appreciates the mentorship, guidance, and hands-on learning that have helped her to grow both professionally and personally. From working alongside talented individuals to tackle real-world cybersecurity challenges, Nina has gained insights and skills that will shape her future career. The support and encouragement from the team made this internship not only educational, but also inspiring. Again, she says thank you for the time, the knowledge, and dedication in making this internship so impactful. She looks forward to staying connected and applying everything that she has learned in the field of cybersecurity. The next team member is Team A member Enoch. Are you here, Enoch?
Yep, I'm here.
Nice.
Yeah, I want to express my deep sense of appreciation, first and foremost, to Eretmis Academy, and the organizers who made this training possible. I attest to the fact that, your expertise, Dr. Edu, being our instructor, your expertise, patience, and commitment to excellence have not only equipped us with this valuable knowledge, but inspired us as well, me especially, to think critically, and responsibly about the digital world that we are in. I want to say kudos to my team members, fellow participants. Thank you for your collaboration, your question, our shared curiosity, pushing us all to limits we could never have thought of. It's been a privilege working alongside you and to the unique experience that you brought to the table. I believe we are all stronger, and I really hope we keep up with our meetings and our group discussions. I've learned a lot that cybersecurity goes beyond just password and firewalls. It goes deeper. It's about protecting people at the end of the day, data, and ensuring there's trust. So I look forward to applying my knowledge to help any business, any firm that I find myself in, and to the larger community around me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Enoch. The next Team A member is Augustine. Let me see. Augustine, I believe, are you here? Yes, I see your name here. Would you like to say something for your team? Your time here?
Yeah, thank you very much. I didn't know I was muted.
Okay.
Thank you very much. My name is Augustine Adimegwa. In addition to what I have written down, I wish to say in a very big way, thank you to Dr. Adu and your team, because honestly, this was an awesome experience. I know that I took my Computer Security Plus last year. I got it on a second attempt. And soon after that, when I looked at job descriptions, not up to half of the requirements were really familiar to me. And it was very scary, and I lacked the confidence to actually attempt any major job interview in that field. So I was so excited when I saw the advertisement on this internship, because I knew that was what I actually needed. When I got into it, I have to confess it was really tedious, but it was also very, very formative because it helped me in a special way to build my confidence in cybersecurity. And this week, actually, for the first time, when I looked at the job description under cybersecurity, and more than 80% of the requirements were very much familiar to me, which is a huge improvement from this training, for which I personally remain grateful to this academy. I also thank my group, especially Rachel. Let me be frank to myself. She was very, very helpful to me, and to the group, and to the team, Team A, ADDI, and the rest of us. We all contributed in our different ways as members of the team. I remain grateful to all of you. I learned a lot from the team, from our team members, and it gave me a wonderful support in understanding the nitty-gritty things in the training. So I wish to say thank you very much to our team, and I pray and hope that we continue to keep up the spirit of working together. You guys are awesome. Above all, this is a wonderful program. I have already spoken to some people about this program, and one of them is interested, which I will recommend to the academy as soon as the person is ready. Because our people say, when you see something good, share it with your brothers and your sisters. That is the mark of somebody who appreciates family relationship, which is typical of Africans. So once again, thank you very much to the Academy, and thank you to our team and the group, and we look forward to greater cooperation in future. Thanks, and God bless.
Thank you, Augustine. So now we'll move on to Team B of ADDI. So the Team B leader for ADDI is Davina. Are you here, Davina? I don't see her. I don't see her. So I'll go ahead and read her slide. She is truly grateful for the opportunity to be part of the internship. The journey over the past few months has been both challenging and incredibly educational. During this time, I have gained valuable technical knowledge in cybersecurity that she can now apply in real life situations and in her future job search. Thank you to Eretmis Academy and Dr. Adu for organizing such a meaningful and impactful program for us. So the next is the assistant team B leader, Emika John. Emika, are you here? You don't see Emika either. Okay, so he says, thank you so much to Eretmis Academy for the GRC internship program. The guidance, mentorship, and hands-on learning was top-notch. He had the privilege to practice his soft skills on a real-world scenario. He wants to extend his deepest gratitude to Dr. Adu for his availability to questions, and he wouldn't have learned as much as he have these past months without the constant guidance and mentorship. So Team B member Ebenezer Lamptey. Are you here, Ebenezer?
Yes, I'm here. I want to express my appreciation to Eretmis Academy and Dr. Adu and all my team members for a very rigorous program. I came into the program with two goals in mind or expectations. First one is that in my other life, I teach a course that now requires me teaching some amount of cybersecurity information. ISC is titled ISC, and that section I needed to take some form of training to get some understanding or deep understanding into what I needed to do and bring into my class. And as I prepare students to take the CPA exams, it was necessary that I get this. And so when I had my conversation with Dr. Adu, I felt that it was a good place to start with. And I would say at this point that I am very, very happy that I did. I have learned a lot practically. I had read a lot about it, but I did not have the practical aspects that was really needed to make sure that my classes were in good shape. That was the first part of it. The second part was that for my own personal growth, I wanted to see what was going on in the cybersecurity press. Having said that, I want to say that I want to thank my group members and my team members. Team A and B, which is for the ADDI, we have really worked together in so many different ways. We have had our own challenges, but we have been able to pull through. I want to express my appreciation to Enoch, Emmanuel, Augustine, Rachel, and from Team A, and then my colleagues from Team B, Davina and Emeka and Leslie. We have really pulled through. It was a difficult situation, but we have really pulled through. I don't know what to say because it was very challenging. We had to spend nights working on some of the projects. And so we thank God that we have been able to go through it. Also, I want to say to Dr. Adu that I really appreciate you for what you have done. Being a professor myself, I understand what it takes to build a course like this, and the depth of your course really is great and continues to help many people in our community. So I thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, so that's all for the team members, and we'll move on to the awards. So we have for the team A on ADDI, we have most helpful intern is Nina, most active intern Emmanuel, most technical is Augustin, most valuable intern is Enoch, and most resourceful is Rachel. And then for team B, we have most helpful intern is Ebenezer, most active intern Davina, most technical intern Leslie, most valuable intern Emika. And I have to wait until, oh, can I move that? Okay. All right. So now we'll go to our guest speakers. We'll have Michael Yaboa to speak. Are you available, Michael?
Yes, I am. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, yeah. And yeah, Dr. Egu, thanks as usual for inviting us, the ex-alumni or ex-students from Eretmis to come and speak during the graduation. So yeah, so I'm Michael Yabua, and some of you already know me. I've interacted with some of the graduating students. And first and foremost, congratulations to you all. We know for some of us who have been through the program, we know the amount of dedication it takes to get through the program. And as many of you already mentioned, it's very intense, right? And then having to deal with that, plus having a family, as well as having to manage your, full-time jobs, is really not an easy task. So definitely congratulations for being able to get through it, right? And mainly I'm just gonna be brief and also focus on just making sure you guys understand the fact that you are actually in the right place and in the right spot, right? So it's a lot of people out there, right, who have taken courses here and there, right? And courses weren't structured as Eretmis internship. And for those who went through the entry level course, I mean, you can testify, by just comparing what you've been through to what others have been through as well. So definitely you've been through the right program, and definitely this program, I'm pretty sure, and because I'm a real, testimony to it, right? That this program actually has equipped you to actually survive and actually be able to, do your best once you land your first job. So definitely right place, right spot, and then right course, right? And also I want to stress the fact that if like the right time for you guys to start applying for jobs, it's not today and it's not tomorrow, right? The right time was yesterday, right? So yesterday and the day before yesterday, right? And in other words, all I'm trying to say is that you have to start applying now, right? Don't waste time. And as Dr. Edu always says, there is never a right time to apply for jobs. You guys have the background, the fundamentals that you've acquired during the internship. So, all you guys are lacking for the most part is the confidence, right? The confidence is being able to put in those applications, and then the confidence to be able to deliver whilst you are in the interview settings, right? So definitely you guys have been able, to go through this. That means you have all the skill set to be able to actually make it once you land your first job. And definitely just keep in mind you have a big team, right? A lot of mentors that have been through the program that are currently working as GRC professionals, right? Some are working as SOC analysts, third party, you name it, right? So you have a huge supporting cast behind you, right? And actually, I've interacted with some of the students especially from diaspora care, right? So I've actually interacted with some, and I even know some who are actively applying, and they've reached out, for help, to prepare for interviews, right? And also, yes, definitely my advice would be, for you guys to actually stick together as a team, right? So if possible, keep the team going. If you can have at least one meeting a week where you can just share ideas, maybe somebody has been through an interview, you can share, just maybe pull out the job description, review the job descriptions together, come up with, ideas, which is going to help each and every one, right, in the team. So if something that you guys, can do, that would be one of my advices to keep this group going. Even if you meet once a week for even 30 minutes, that's still great, right? Keep in touch, which it's definitely going to help, right? And I've mentored, several cohorts after mine. So I completed my course in 3 years ago, right? So I've been mentoring for a while, and for groups that sticks together, you can tell it makes a difference, right? Huge difference. And for people who are actually making it, as in the industry as a whole, most of those people were part of groups that actually stuck together after the internship, right? So if it's something that you guys can do, definitely, I know some probably, it's in the plans. So go ahead and do that. I've seen situations where people, after the internship said they were going to stick together, but then maybe they have 1, 2, or 3 meetings and then everything falls apart, right? So you don't want to be, that kind of group, right? And also definitely make sure you don't abandon it, right? So for my cohort, it was about I think 13, 14 people, right? And if I'm not wrong, it's so I know about 4 people from my cohort, right, that ended up actually, getting a job, landing a job, right? And once in a while, I have people reaching out to me from my cohort from 3 years ago, right? And they'll be complaining since they finished, they've not been able to secure a job, right? But then you ask them one simple question, right? How many applications have you put in, right? So I think 2 weeks ago I spoke to one, and then he told me he's been doing 2 applications a month, right? So definitely that's not going to help. Even putting in 50, 70, 80 applications a month, it's so hard, right? As Dr. Do say, the jobs are there, but they're not handing the jobs out like candy, right? So imagine just applying for 2 jobs. So definitely you have to stick to it, right? Because once you abandon it, coming back to it, it's always harder, right? So make sure you stick to it, make sure you push, and then definitely if you need help, right, you have the mentors out there. And as I said, I've interacted with some of the students, and they can testify, right? Whenever you reach out to me, right, definitely I'm gonna reach back to you, right? There is nowhere where I know somebody needs help from one of our interns, right? Even it doesn't really don't have to be an intern, right? Even people outside of our Eretmis will reach out, but definitely I'll always make sure I get back to you. And just like I do, that's how I know most of our mentors are, right? So we are always willing to help. So take advantage of that help, right? Whatever you need, reach out. Seek help. We've been in the industry, maybe not for too long. I've been doing it for only 3 years. So the little I know, I'm always willing to share, right? So if you have an interview coming up, you can reach out to us. We can help you prepare, right? So just make sure the resources you have around you as being part of the Eretmis network, and then the help is there, whatever you need. So mine is just to just encourage you guys, be confident, right? It's like all what you did throughout the internship is really not rocket science, right? It's just a matter of putting in the work and then sticking to your knowledge and the fundamentals and the basis that you were able to acquire during the internship, right? So the hardest part for people doing the interviews is the delivery, right? The confidence. But knowledge-wise, you guys have everything you need to be able to do well in an interview. So what I would say is, keep working on building your confidence, right? So once you're in the interview, you want to show that confidence because you know your stuff. So speak, like somebody who actually knows what he's talking about, right? Don't know your stuff. Don't be stammering, right? Don't be scared. It's not rocket science, right? All whatever you guys went through during the internship, it may be policy review, vulnerability management, third-party risk management, auditing, risk register. Guess what? All what you do is the same thing I do, and I've been doing it for 3 years, right? Nothing more or less. Same thing. Only difference is you guys did it for maybe 2 or 3 months, and I've been doing it for way longer, right? So it's not rocket science. It's easily, understandable as you guys, were able to go through it. So just make sure you stick to that knowledge. And big thing is confidence, confidence, confidence. Because nowadays, right, and hiring manager would rather go with somebody who has maybe 70% the requirements of the job description, but it's maybe 90% of confidence, right? You can come in, have maybe 90% of the knowledge, but then if your confidence is 30%, definitely they'd rather go with somebody who has more confidence, right? And as Dr. Du will say, being in this space, you have to interact with people. You have to speak, right? A lot of people look up to you as the expert when it comes to IT security or cybersecurity in general, right? So if you are speaking to teams, right? So you've actually been interacting with different teams, within the company, different departments. So currently I work with legal, I work with the HR department, I work with procurement, right? So just imagining being in a meeting with the legal, I mean, we are talking about attorneys, right? Lawyers who have been through several years of school, and you are speaking with no confidence, like somebody who is scared. Nobody's going to take you serious, right? So that's one thing. So me personally, I always stress about the confidence part because I know the knowledge, you have it because I've been through the same program that you've been through. So you do have the knowledge, right? So just go that confidence. Don't be scared, right? And normally, your first interviews, yes, it's going to be scary because it's a new process for you. So it's going to take a while for you to get used to it. But I don't want to hear you being scared after maybe your third, fourth, or fifth interview. You have to go in with confidence because whatever knowledge you need, you already have it, right? So just apply. I can't stress that enough. And as I said, whenever you need help, just reach out, right? You can just post on that Eretmis platform, ask for our numbers, right? The mentors' numbers. You can reach out to us, and then, as I said, it's a couple of you guys who have already reached out to me, and I know who have been applying for jobs, right? So, all that's all I have to say, you know, for now. So, congrats, and just make sure you make good use of all the resources that you have available. So, thank you guys, and congratulations again to all the graduating interns. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Yes, Michael was very instrumental in with our group as well, and came and spoke with us for some time. So we do appreciate your mentorship as well, Michael. So a message from the January 2025 cohort. And message from Eretmis Academy. I think we did that one already.
Yes, Patricia. So the message from your cohort, I think most of your members spoke when they did their introduction. So I will jump in and then we'll give the floor back to our graduates and they can share a word or two. So congratulations to everyone. This is, I know most of you probably were disappointed because you didn't bargain for all this, right? You got more than you bargained for, and you're there scratching your heads like, when is this gonna end? Are we not done? All the late nights, and how long is this gonna keep going on? And Dr. Edu is also in one side, smiling and giggling because yes, that is always the fun part, right? And when people are like, yeah, but there are no specific, yeah, that is all part. We don't tell you that part, right? And we don't tell you you're going to be fighting in your teams and people are not going to show up. People are going to just be overly difficult to work with. That is all that is what makes you who you are now at this point, right? So I appreciate everything that, all of you have done so far. And all the time when we give you your limits, because we don't give you like a cookie cutter type of, one size fits all. We are pushing you to be innovative. We are pushing you to be critical thinkers in the security space. And always the teams, they go above and beyond what our expectations were, right? So some people will be like, hey, doctor, do give us a template of this. We are like, no, this is your limit. This is your limit. Go do it. And they come up with even better templates than what we have. But they don't know, right? And when we tell them, oh, it's good, they are thinking, are you sure? No, we are in the industry. We know what is going on. And we know what we are doing is working because now you even came up with something better than what we would have given you, right? So this is to let you know that there's a science behind everything that you are doing, all the struggles, or the disappointments, and, reaching out to this person and our mentor didn't show up or our POC was dragging their feet. It's even going to get worse on the job. That is the truth, right? People not showing up, people not responding within the time frame that you wanted them to show. It is even worse on the job, right? So this is live, real world setting for you to kind of have a little tip of the iceberg on what is really going on, and then on top of that, you're also struggling with the technical side of what you are doing, trying to make sense out of it yourself, right? To figure out which side is where. So great job. I mean, if you've not gone through this program, you wouldn't appreciate what all of you have gone through. So for past interns who are here, they are smiling and they know, okay, you guys, we know what you did and what you went through, right? And for everybody on here, when you come to other people's graduation, you'll be there like, congratulations. And you really mean it from the bottom of your heart because you know what they've gone through, right? So thank you, everyone. Appreciate everybody's time and all the hard work that you put into this. And now I have 4 things that I'm just going to speak about here, right? So my question, and this is an open-ended question, not to have anybody necessarily answer it, but think about it. So moving forward, what is your plan and your strategy on getting your first cybersecurity or GRC role? And I have a short answer to that. No plan, no strategy equals to no job. Right. So if your strategy is just submitting one resume to all jobs that you can find, that is no plan, that is no strategy. If you don't have a strategy and a plan of how many jobs you're going to be applying to and how you're going to tailor your resume, if you are just doing it as a hobby once in a while, you are going to be in the last year of all Eretmis graduates who will end up come back like a year later talking about, oh, I couldn't find a job. And okay, how many jobs were you applying? What was your technique? What? And those people, you never hear from them again. They don't even reach out to anybody, no mentor for any help or nothing. Right. But even for them, when they do get serious, they eventually land their first role. So ask yourself, what is your strategy? What is your plan? Right? How many jobs are you going to apply to? How are you looking at these jobs? How are you researching? And for tailoring your resume, we did that. A full session. So everybody on here knows exactly how to do that. Went through, showed you how they come up with the job descriptions and how that mimics your resume, right? So we showed you the trick, how it is done. So it's not about applying to 200 jobs. It's about how well you tailor your resume, right? So if you have no plan, you have no strategy, then don't expect to get a job in any time soon. You should actively be doing this, and this should be a full-time job because somebody is going to eventually pay you for all the times that you wasted applying, right? So every time that, like if you are spending 30 minutes a day, catalog them, put them down. Okay, somebody's going to pay me for this 30 minutes very soon, right? And when you do land your job, you can calculate all that and be like, okay, yeah, I got it now. It's worth it. All the money they're giving me, I can put all those hours in there. Now I'm getting back paid, right? So that is what I want everybody to come up with. Come up with your own plan, your own strategy that is going to make sense to you. So if you are very busy during the week, you can do that over the weekends. You can do that maybe after work, 30 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day, at least tailor, your resume to 2 or 3 jobs, apply those, come up with your own strategy that makes sense, right? And as you are moving along, you are going to tweak that. You tweak that as you are moving along. So, okay, now I'm getting some response. I'm getting interviews. So it means the strategy you have is working, right? Your resume is working. Now we move into interviews. You reach out, you do one-on-one sessions. So what I normally tell everybody, if you go into an interview and nobody knows about it, you are wrong, right? I mean, you can try it on your own for 1 or 2, but you reach out, let us know. Let's give you some insights, some pointers, right? So a couple of you have been interviewing on the side and they've been reaching out, which is good. We go through, and I think for every single session, you realize, oh, okay, I thought I knew, but how to answer the questions, I should go this way or go that way, right? And even for some folks, asking them some questions will really, let them sit up. Because some people think they know until you start bombarding them with some questions, then they're, oh, okay, that one. Then you have to go research more, right? Now, where you are right now, you have a lot of momentum. Frankly, when you look at team formation, the stages in team formation, we have the formation stage. That is when we all started from, 0. We met each other for the first time. We didn't know each other. People were made leaders and others. Now we move into the storming phase where we started meeting and there were a lot of, I'm going left, no, it's right, is right. A lot of, conflict in there. And then you move into the norming stage where things were becoming a bit easier. Now you could get along more. Now you are in your performance stage, right? At this point, you're in a performance stage. And unfortunately, in the performance stage is when we wrap up everything. But don't let it end there. Your performance stage is where you are at your peak as a team and you've been working together for all these months. So stay together as a team. The job application, apply every week, have 1 week, weekly call, check on everyone, what they are doing in terms of the application. So people who wouldn't be showing up to these calls are people who are not applying, because after they showed up 1 or 2 times, they have nothing to talk about because they don't want to do the work. So Rachel is there giving her take on how the application is going. Patricia is talking about the interview she went to. And if Dr. Edu shows up and he has really nothing to talk about, he kind of feels some way. So he's going to pretend he's busy the following meeting, right? But move along with people who are actually ready to apply and who are willing to share, right? And for everybody else who will just go back to sleep and come up with excuses of, I want to go back through all the material and be really, if you attended Cyber Chat yesterday, like we said, you are never going to be 100% on everything before you start applying. You are never going to be 100%. So you can do the job now based on everything that you've done. You can do it. So you have no excuse of hiding behind anything, pretending I have to do this and that. And, you can clean your house and take out all the cobwebs and everything. Still, you have to apply. Whatever excuse you put in front of yourself, you still have to still apply. So there are no excuses. Nobody on here should come up the next day and say, oh, I got this Equity Plus because I have to go through the whole content. It doesn't matter. Apply anyways, right? Because the application process is part of the learning. As you're applying to the jobs, there are going to be things you see on the job description. And I like what Augustine was talking about. Yes, you are going to know a lot of the things on there, but some you are not going to know. Maybe they put some framework on there that you are not very familiar with. What is this? You look it up, you research. Right. And if you didn't learn anything from this whole entire program, research is something that everybody got from this. And if you think you are researching too much or we are learning on our own, we have to figure things on our own, guess what? Then you are in for a treat. That is what you're going to be doing the whole of your career in cybersecurity. Right. So we put you on that path for you to, have that mindset. Okay, I have to be able to dig in and research. I have to, because it's an ever evolving industry, right? The principles of doing things remain the same, but there are new technology, new things coming up. There's going to be this vulnerability that's just going to pop up from nowhere and it's all over the news. It is up to you to dig in and research. That way you can talk about it intelligently at work, educate people about it, right? So at that time, there's not going to be anybody who's going to give you the template of how everything looks, and you have to go and fish out for that information by yourself, right? So have a plan on how you're applying to these jobs, have a strategy, because if you don't, then you're not going to get any job, right? It's as simple as that. Now, yesterday I also talked about, if I told you I'm going to tell you 50 no's and your 50 first answer was going to be a yes with 150K, would you care if I told you a no today or no tomorrow or no the next day? You'll be smiling through all those no's, okay? Because 51st is going to be, you're going to get a yes with big money, right? So same thing when you're applying to these jobs and they say they are moving on with somebody else, they are moving on with, if you're applying and they don't even interview you and they tell you they are moving on we are moving on with a different candidate, you shouldn't even be sad about that one, because it simply means your resume is not working. You just have to work on your resume, right? But if you go to an interview and you go all the way to the last stage or the second stage and they say they are moving on with somebody else, yes, you have to polish up on your interviewing skills, right? So every time they are moving on with somebody, it means you have to get better, right? But for your resume, if you're applying to 100 jobs and all of them are moving on, you have to work on your resume. It's simply not working. So for that, you even don't have any, excuse, or you don't have to even have any boo-boo face. You will go work on your resume, right? Now, if you go to the interview all the way to the last stage and you know you did your best and they said that hurts a little bit, but that you should know you are getting closer to your yes, right? And you feel confident and you are proud of yourself because you know you did so well. You went through, I mean, I think Michael Dalim, he came to speak in one of the graduations. He went all the way to the last stage. He got the job, but I think somebody probably did somebody a favor or he kind of messed up a little bit because his last interview to seal the deal, he was pushing it because he was thinking, I need 2 days to prepare. But meanwhile, you've gone through all the way to the last stage and he was chosen, right? Everybody who interviewed him knew he was the best. So when their CISO or somebody said, no, let's interview, because he didn't interview earlier with the CISO, the last stage, somebody did the interview and the CISO is like, yeah, let's end this. Let's give it to this guy. All of them were so sad to the point where the hiring manager said he couldn't send him an email. He had to call him personally on the phone and told him, hey, man, I'm sorry. We know you are the best. You have been the best candidate. All of us were pushing for you. We don't know why our CISO just decided to go with this person. So we will look out if any opportunity comes up. We will let you know. And he knows he made a mistake on there. He should have taken, because he was well prepared. You went through all the way to the last stage. Everybody knows you are the best. So if the CISO wants to talk to you, why do you drag feet? You see what I mean? So, but even him, he knows he has what it takes. I mean, so he's doing other interviews, and he can do one application, one interview. That is how best he has become with the job application process, right? So what I'm going to encourage everybody to do is the momentum that you've gathered now, don't slow down. Don't let it die out. What is the worst case scenario if you apply to a job? No, I don't think the no is going to come with a fee of $500 or $1,000. It's just a no. You move on with your life. You do another application. Okay, I'm going to find somebody else who appreciate what I'm doing. But I'm saying if there's a no, you have to dig into it. Is it your resume or is it your like the resume and the cover letters that you are using that is not working, right? So don't let the momentum die down. Persistence. So if they tell you 3 no's and you give up, then I don't think you deserve 100K cybersecurity, 100K plus cybersecurity job. Frankly, you don't, because you don't have what we call in Ranger School, the intestinal fortitude, right? Because like I was saying yesterday in Cyber Chat, you have to be realistic. People go through nursing school, people go through 4 years of college, pay a lot of money. When they are done, what is your starting salary, right? Even when you're on the job for the past 5 years, what is your raise? But now you did a course for 5 months, 6 months. If it takes you a year to get a job, so what? When you get a job, it's 100K plus. How much in terms of time, in terms of monetary investment and energy did you put in as opposed to somebody who went to nursing school or who did a bachelor or even who went to medical school for 9 years? What is your starting salary? You see, so we have to be realistic. That doesn't also mean you should just relax and not apply and push. The faster you push or the harder you push, the easier and the more you are going to get in terms of job offers, right? The jobs are there. So if you're applying to all these 100 jobs and all of them are coming back and saying, we are moving on with somebody, that tells you the jobs are there, right? If they are not there when you go online, you wouldn't see any of them. So they are there, but you have to work for it. And you have everything that it takes, all of it, right? So it is up to you. Now you came here for a reason. We are all grown as adults. You came here for a reason. You paid money, you spent time. Don't let it go to waste. Don't get discouraged or don't be talking to your friend who is not in cybersecurity, don't know anything, but knows all the gossips about cybersecurity and how this will work and how this wouldn't work. And if they know, they should go find a job themselves. Leave them to be. Focus on what you are doing. Now you have a cybersecurity family. Stick with them. You have a lot of people in the Eretmis family who have gone through, who are working. Pick their brain. Work with them. Right. Don't be listening to people who don't know, but they are not in the industry themselves, but they have all the certifications and everything in their living room that nobody's going to pay them for. but they are the ones that are going to advise you. Ignore those people and ignore the advice, right? It's not going to take you anywhere. So that will be my last words. And also for with the job application, I think I've talked about that extensively. The challenge now you've been able to conquer the internship. The next, your next big challenge is the job market, right? And you are well prepared. You have what it takes. You are better than most of the people, not even applying for the jobs, most of the people on the job. When you get on the job, you quickly realize that a lot of people took shortcuts and they are there hanging on to their life. Some of those are going to be coming to you for answers and help me out with this. I can't tell you the number of stories we have on there, like on such occurrences from our student interns and otherwise, right? So don't underestimate what you know and what you can do. If you are applying and they are saying they are moving on, it means something is not working well with your resume or your interviewing skills, but it's not really doing the job because you've not really done anything for them to see, right? So I'm encouraging all of you, don't let your momentum slow down. Use this opportunity to jump onto the job market, start applying, stick together as a group, stick together as a team. When you go to interviews, record your interviews, bring it back, play it. Sometimes you can be overly generous to yourself. You did so terrible, but you are patting yourself, and then I did 80%. Well, Rachel will hear it and be like, no, Patricia, this wasn't good at all. That will let you sit up, right? So if you record, if you write your questions down, you write your answers, you know yourself where you didn't do so well, and you are going to correct it, right? Because now you have everything that it takes. You have to also kind of learn the interview process, and you are going to learn by doing. You can listen to YouTube and watch videos all you want, but if you've been in an interview yourself and you're going, now you are able to learn really as you are moving, right? And it gets better and it gets better, right? So that is my words of encouragement to everyone. Appreciate everybody's time. And I hope everybody's going to do their one-on-one sessions for resume review and then also the application process. If you have any questions, if you need any help, we are always there to help and assist. And we mean that from the bottom of our hearts, right? So appreciate everybody's time. Now I'm going to hand it over back to Patricia. And if the groups, anybody has any take or any input, you can kindly also bring it up. And for past interns, if you have any words of encouragement, you can equally do so. And I think we have some also on here. George, our also popped up. So there is a whole couple of army behind you here. So Patricia, please go ahead.
Okay, sure. Thank you, Dr. Adu. We appreciate you and all that you've done and your whole school. So we thank you again and again. Teresa, do you want to start? Teresa N?
Yes, I do. And this is Teresa here. Congratulations to you all. I was here in your shoes about 2 years ago, and I just couldn't leave the space without speaking. It was an amazing journey for me, and I went through the same steps, the same process. It's nothing we all bargained for, but we are living here today with lots of skills, both technical and soft skills that I'm really using in my job. So the next steps, just like Dr. Du said, is that it's all rest on you. You know, how you land a job totally rests on you. That momentum you have today, you have to use it for your benefit. Because as you leave, you don't speak to anybody anymore. It's just you, and like you relax here and there, but remember that support, that advice that Dr. Du gave you on that last day for that job placement assistance. Don't sleep on them, because after I landed my job and I reached out to the rest of my teammates, some never even did their resumes, let alone even connecting with Dr. Du to do like discuss. But for me, the very day that we finished, I just started. I booked my appointment. Dr. Du looked at my resume and it paid off. So everything that you have invested today, the next steps, like how you use the days coming, will determine how successful you would be. And I kept telling my teammates that with the money I have spent, and the time that I have spent, my investment, I'm not going to let it go waste. And that's exactly what I did. So just apply, and your teammates are your greatest support. Just rely on each other. When I got a job, I had one team member that I was always calling. And this guy was like, I can't even sleep because Teresa is going to call me. And so I didn't even know that me calling him was kind of putting him like some pressure on him. So Felix would just apply, and then I call him, Felix, where are you? I applied for this job, and they call me, and doing that, he was also able, he was the second member in my team to get a job. And afterwards, he told me all that. So you have each other. It's not you alone. Just use everybody's support you have. And Dr. Du is the greatest support. You know, there are many training interns out, like companies out there, but to get somebody who will sit with you to go through job description, that is the support I got. And I always speak to that. Dr. Du went through the job description bullet point by bullet point, and I saw the things I didn't know, all of my job applications, and it didn't take me so long to get a job. So I just wanted to add this little nuggets that just remember all the support that you have, and then take it along with you, and you will surely end the job. And one more thing is that, you know, somebody referred me to Eretmis Inc. That person got a job, I think, about 3 months ago. He did a lot more. After we did an internship, he did PC IDSS, and then he took longer, but he got a job last about 2 months ago. Today I'm here to support Enoch and everybody as well. Enoch is a neighbor, is a friend. I brought him here, and he's also finished the internship. Just try and sell this program to as many people as you can, because it's good. So that's all I wanted to add. Thank you all, and I'm very happy for you all today.
Thank you, Teresa. Ifoma, would you like to speak now?
Yeah, thank you. Congratulations to all the interns. I was in the previous cohort, the November 24th cohort. That's November 2024. And I just want to render my words of encouragement and wisdom because, of course, the internship delivered a lot of value to me in terms of technical and soft skills. And I want to encourage you to not hesitate, because that's something that happened to me. I was a little bit hesitant going into the job market to apply because I felt that I needed to go back to the course, study everything again, just like Dr. Du just said. But thanks to his advice and also some push from Michael, who was also a mentor, I just put myself out there. And you know, you can do everything at the same time, okay? You can, while you are applying for jobs, you can still go through your materials. So don't think that you have to go through the entire, course again, for another 2 months before you start applying. Don't make that mistake, because time is very important. So like Dr. Edu said, just start applying. And while you are applying, you're going through the materials at the same time, okay? Because like he said, you're not going to know everything. There's no way you're going to have 100%, knowledge of cybersecurity is very broad. So, and again, my observation right now, I'm applying for jobs. The job market is really full. Like there's so many opportunities out there. There's a lot. There's a great need for this skill in the market right now. And the internship has delivered the tools to us to fulfill those positions. So don't hesitate, just start applying. You can plan to do like maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 applications a day. In the month of May, I've done like 100 applications, and I have an interview next week. So I just want to give this as a word of encouragement. Don't hesitate, go for it. You can do it. You are capable. You have received what it takes. Thank you.
Thank you, Ifoma, and we're hoping the best on your interview, and we know you're going to get this job.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else? Let's see, make sure.
Hi, Patricia. I'd like to quickly just say a word. The word for today is gratitude. gratitude for this opportunity. We're grateful for Team ADDI, Diaspora Care, for our interns and our mentors. They have been a support, real big support in the background. So I feel like I should wrap up today with my comments thanking Michael and Bettina. They were always there. You knew that once you send them a message, they would give you advice. Bettina would go ahead and record a message for you. She's busy. It's amazing. There's a Eretmis family that we find ourselves in, and we are going to take advantage of that. So I just want to say thank you. We are grateful and grateful to Dr. Edu too for your able leadership. Okay, over to you, Patricia.
Thank you, Rachel. That was wonderful. Let's see. Shungo?
Oh, yes. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Yes, my name is Shango Walker. I would like to congratulate everyone from Diaspora Care and the almighty ADDI for going through your GRC internship with Dr. Adu. I was with ADDI, and it is wonderful. What Dr. Du does here is beyond fascinating, fantastic, delivering. I would say to keep pushing, stay with your group,
Yes.
stay with your cybersecurity group, stay with your team. Do not break it up. If you feel yourself lagging, just send yourself a quick message in your WhatsApp app and stay together. It's very important. Because if you're a community, you grow together, you will stay together. It is the truth. And when you find yourself on the job, not sure what to do, stand in line. There's plenty of people who are on the job who still doesn't quite know exactly what to do, but you will figure it out. It will come to you by all means. And I just want to say that if you go to cyberseek.org, there's 514,359 cybersecurity jobs out here waiting for you. Okay. So when you get together as a team, do mock interviews together, record your interviews, go over them, and get these jobs together. I promise you, you will not fail. I have 4 resumes: PCI, GRC, third party, and incident response. Okay. I'm very active in PCI. So do it. Love you. Stay together. God bless you all. Have a blessed day. Congratulations.
Thank you, Shungo, and thank you for that resource everyone heard at cyberseek.org, O-R-G. So take his advice. He's given us a place to go to get started. So thanks again, Shungo. Is there anyone else that would like to speak? Okay, so I do not see any other hands. So I guess that is everyone who would like to give any any additional information. So we'll move right along, and closing remarks is a vote of thanks to everyone, Dr. Adu, both Diaspora Care and ADDI. Again, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We appreciate everything that we've learned, and we just it's inspiring to see and to hear the graduates, the previous graduates who have given their information and let us know that we're on the right track. And the end of the ceremony. So thank you, and everyone have a wonderful, wonderful day. Over to you, Dr. Adu.
Thank you, and congratulations to everyone once again. And if for those who can be on video, if you don't mind, you can be on video, and we take a group photo.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, please, sir, this is Gilbert. You say you're going to reach out to me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right. So so if everyone is ready, on a count of 3, 1, 2, 3, and we will take this for 2 screens. I think we have about, yes. I kindly hold one again. So another one on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, and we have our group photo. All right. Appreciate everybody's time and all the hard work that you put into this. And I'll be looking out for everybody's appointment for their job placement. So have a great and wonderful rest of the week and the weekend. And I can't wait to see what all of you become in the cybersecurity space, GRC space. And you're also going to be coming back here to encourage other interns who will be graduating. And, like Michael and others were doing, you're going to tell them about the good old days when you completed some years ago, right? And you're also going to be part of the family mentoring others as well. So have a great and wonderful weekend, and all family members and the Eretmis family who came to support us. We thank you, and stay blessed. Have a wonderful rest of the weekend.
Thank you.
And thank you, Patricia, for being an awesome MC.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. Have a great one.
You too.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you. You too.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Thank you.